Yes, Dr. Maji. Welcome to this program organized by the Heritage Center of IIT Madras. The main purpose of is to show, to learn from you the history of the Department of Physics after you joined in 1967. So if you can kindly brief us
Yeah.
when you joined, how the department was with reference to its programs like PhD, MSc, and the type of research and the people you have been interacting with.
Okay, good evening everybody. So as suggested by the Heritage Center, I will briefly outline my talk in three groups. Before joining IIT, then in the IIT activities, and after leaving IIT, means after retirement. Okay. So I was born in Berhampur, a small town in Odisha. I think you also know that.
Yes.
My primary education, middle class, up to BSc, I was in Berhampur. So I came to IIT straight from Berhampur to this place. It was really difficult for me because when a person comes from a small place to a bigger city, you get a shock first. So I heard that.
Is it a shock of the language? Is it a shock of the culture? Is it a shock
Everything.
of the food?
I didn't know Tamil.
Okay.
And also the culture was a little different.
Okay.
Even the food habits are different. So, but I could adjust in a short time. That's okay.
That's good.
It's okay. Anyway, Berhampur I will tell little bit. Okay. My childhood, see, my father was a teacher. I come from a teacher family. My brother is a teacher, father is a teacher, I am a teacher. Okay. So my father was a district teacher, means what is that called, I don't know. He used to move from one place to another, wherever the district people ask him to go there, like that. So my education, primary education was a problem, because every 1 year, 2 years he used to go to a different place. So my uncle took the responsibility to educate me.
Good.
So my mother's brother, she nicely left with my uncle and went to my father wherever they go to. So my education started with my uncle's house from primary school. The primary school was very close to our street only. I used to just walk down. Okay, we were only 4 or 5 students at that time. It was a municipal school, so they were just starting. So I studied up to 3rd class. Then I have to go to another middle school or something, where we have 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. So that was a little away, maybe 1 kilometer away. That was a training school. So it's a government school. So I studied there up to 7th. Somehow I was studying well, so I got some fellowship also. After 7th, there used to be a scholarship examination.
Great.
So I got it, and of course a meager amount only, some, I don't know, 15 or 20 rupees, but it was encouraging.
In those days.
In those days.
Okay.
And also I need money at that time, because my uncle also was a school teacher, and so that helped me to, I think, motivated me to go to higher and higher classes.
Good.
Then after 7th, I have to go to high school. High school is a missionary school. It's called Queen Mission School. So there I studied from 8th to 11th. At that time 11th was there, not 12th.
Yeah.
Okay. Somehow I got a first class in 11th. At that time first class means everybody used to come. It was great. Here nowadays I see the marks children get above 90 only.
Yeah.
There if you get 60, it's a great thing.
Those were the
So
olden
that
days.
helped me to get another scholarship in the college education.
Mhm.
So because my uncle also was telling, after high school I cannot teach you, I don't have funds also.
Mhm.
So I said I got scholarship. But anyway, you scholarship, you go to your place. So I went to my parents' place. There is another street only. It's very all in Berhampur only.
Okay.
So somehow I managed to join the college. At that time it was ISc and BSc.
Yes.
2 years ISc and 2 years BSc. I managed up to BSc.
Very good.
With little struggling and all. And then after BSc what to do? there was no MSc in that Calicut College. Okay, it's a Calicut College, a big college, but at that time there was no MSc in Calicut College. I have to go to outside, either go to Utkal University, Ravenshaw College, or I have to come to IIT. I applied both the places. No, at that time I was having short of funds, so I said I will work for some time. Same college I joined as a demonstrator.
Okay.
For 1 year, collected some money. At that time the salary was I think 250 or something. Anyway, it was a good amount.
In those days is a big money.
So I collected some money to go for higher studies. So my uncle also agreed, and my brother, elder brother, who was also teacher,
Okay.
he said, okay, we got some fund, I will also give you some funds, you can join MSc. So 1 year I was as a demonstrator in the Calicut College. Then I started thinking where to go.
Okay.
BSc, after BSc, I tried for a JEE IIT, okay, but I failed, I couldn't get it. At that time the question paper also was very tough. And
Even
there
though
was
it is tough.
very tough. And there was drawing in that. So I didn't know anything about drawing and all. So you have to write drawing as well as the questions. But anyway, I'm not very sorry. It's okay. I tried once, I didn't fail. Then the other choice was I also tried a engineering college in Raurkala, that is REC. It was just starting. Okay. Just went. As far as my grades are concerned, it was okay. But at that time they have to have physical fitness also. I was lean and I was more lean, so I was disqualified on the physical. Then I was.
So to say you have been maintaining this physics right from the beginning.
I think you have seen me from. So that was a little shock for me. So I could not be an engineer. Okay. Then the other choice is go for science. Okay. So to go for science, I have to do MSc. So either go to Ravenshaw, which is near Cuttack.
Yeah, it is
Cuttack,
near to
it is
Cuttack.
Cuttack.
Yes.
Or you have to go to Utkal University. Okay. So I think at that time only Ravenshaw College was there, Calicut College. Then there was another Parala Community College. These three colleges were there. But Calicut, I said there was no MSc. So I applied to, at that time I saw this advertisement from IIT.
IIT Madras.
They are starting MSc. I was in the second batch MSc. BTech was there 59, but MSc started only in, I joined 63, 62 they started.
Very good.
So already one batch was studying. So I applied, I got the admission in both the places, but then I have to decide where to go. So my friend said IIT is a bigger institute. Anyway, we are going out of your native place. You have to spend, wherever you go, you have to stay in a hostel. Almost it may come in the financially, it may be same whether you stay in Madras or in. So I was hesitant where to go. Finally I decided, okay, let me go to IIT Madras. And
But one question, at that time IIT Kharagpur also is much nearer to you.
Kharagpur.
You didn't try?
I didn't know whether there is MSc there or something.
Okay.
I don't know at that time.
So
But
IIT
this I saw in the newspaper and just applied.
Okay.
My friends also advised me to apply just like that.
So it is 1963.
63 that was.
You came
So
from
at that
right
time there was no entrance test for MSc. Luckily
just
maybe.
walk-in.
So on my maybe this marks, BSc marks, they called me for simple interview like that. Before admission they want to chit chat and say you are fit or not.
Okay.
So somehow I
Who was
managed.
the chairman of the department at the time?
At that time Professor Ramashastri was the HOD.
Ramashastri.
Ramashastri was
Okay.
there. He was the HOD. He joined from beginning.
He was
59.
coming from IIT Kharagpur at that time.
He came from IIT
Yes.
Kharagpur.
Hmm.
And then Ram Sesson also he
The
had
Ram
joined.
Session who
Professor
later
who
on
came
went
from
back
Institute of
to,
Science.
He came
Bangalore.
from Institute of Science.
But he
went
stayed
back
for
to National
only 1 or 2
Aeronautical
years and went off. Is it?
Laboratory. Okay.
So from beginning Ramashastri was there and he became my guide also.
PhD
Afterwards,
guide.
PhD guide.
Exactly. Yes.
So they were there. Somehow I could manage.
So how was your days in MSc in IIT Madras?
So a little bit I want to say about my journey from Berhampur to
That's good.
Chennai.
Okay.
Because I was new, I didn't know anybody in Chennai, no language. So luckily there was one friend who was studying AMI. So there at that time a lot of Oriya people used to come from studying AMI. There was no engineering college. Now plenty of engineering colleges are there. in Orissa. Some seats are even vacant, but at that time only very few engineering, here Raurkela, Burla, and maybe one more like that.
Mhm.
So many people used to come, Oriya people come to study AMI, that's that is a different engineering college. Now it's not very popular. So one fellow was there, his name was again Aditya Kumar Patnaik, your son's name.
Okay.
So I knew only him. He also used to encourage me. He said, you come to Madras, I will take care of you, because I can't come straight to IIT. I don't know where the IIT is. From station how to come, and the language is problem. He said, you come, I will pick you from station, I will take to my room. He was already established there,
Okay.
and I will bring next day to IIT and put you and go. That was a very good gesture for me. And there was another friend who was doing what is the Chromepet. There was he was doing after BSc. I stayed in Berhampur for one more year. But he joined the Chromepet. That what is that?
There is one Madras
MIT.
Institute of Technology, MIT.
He joined as a. He also told me, when you come to Chennai, you come to my. But Chromepet is quite far from that. So I prefer to meet this man, Aditya. He, luckily what happened at that time, there was only two trains. One is that Madras Mail,
Yes,
another is
the
the
famous
I think
Madras Mail.
Coromandel was there, and I don't know.
No,
was
Coromandel
one,
was not there.
Not there. Then there was one express was there. So I took the mail. That was a very popular mail, and it's a good. I don't know how I can, maybe second class somewhere, ordinary compartment or something at
Those
that
days
time.
we never had reservations.
So I could manage to come. But when I got down in station, he was missing, I was looking for it. That was very difficult for me. But he gave me instructions. Suppose I can't come, he has given me address. It's very near. He was in Vepari somewhere. It was
Vepari.
2-3
Vepari is
kilometers.
nearby to Madras
You
Central.
take a rickshaw, come there, and I will, in case I can't come to station. So it happened so, because the mail reaches Chennai in early morning.
Around 4
o'clock. So I don't expect him to come also. It happens sometimes. So I
I'd like to
stayed
say
in
one
the.
thing. Mail is the only one which has not changed even after the Second World War
Yeah,
till today.
it's very
The
reliable.
time of its arrival in
Yes.
Chennai, the time of its departure.
Yes, very
Howrah.
reliable.
Great.
Even now also I prefer to go by mail,
Yes.
because mail reaches Berhampur in a proper time in the evening. But Coromandel midnight, both way, this way and that way it is midnight. I prefer to
So
go
you
by
reached Central and
Central, and I was looking for him. Then I said, it's still dark, what to do?
then
So I stayed for some time in the station.
till it is getting.
Then I took, I become little brave. Let me start my journey. At that time, this rickshawalas, even that auto was not available at that time. Ordinary
Only rickshaw.
rickshaw and even hand pulling, people pulling. So I took, I think, cycle rickshaw or something. I didn't know how to communicate with that rickshaw fellow. I showed that address, but it
He
is
speaks
written
only Telugu and Tamil.
that was written in English, so he couldn't understand. But I said, Vepari means, he said, okay, I will take you, don't worry. The house number was there. I reached there. He was anxiously waiting for me. So he took care of him, and then he brought to IIT, and I joined. So that was something interesting. So that gave me some braveness. That
So 2 years passed after your MSc?
yeah.
You passed out.
Then
And who are the teachers were teaching you at that time?
So
1963.
they put me in Godavari Hostel.
Godavari.
Godavari. Because at that time only Krishna Kavari was there, and Godavari was just newly coming. Godavari
Okay,
and
so it's a
what
new
is that?
hostel for you.
New hostel. I still remember the room number 109 something.
109.
And it happens that later I became assistant warden of that same hostel. It's a very nice thing to do. So MSc, 2 years. Okay.
Yeah,
Those
but who were
two-
the teachers with you?
Yeah. So let me see.
Ramashastri was the one,
Ramasastri was teaching us solid-state physics and semiconductor physics.
and Professor Srinivasan also might be there.
R. Srinivasan
R.
is a
Srinivasan.
quantum mechanics. We were very good teachers, great teachers.
Swaminathan also might be there.
Swaminathan was teaching some mathematical physics.
Yes.
And
Ramanamurthy was there
Ramanamurthy
teaching
X-rays.
X-ray and
And
solid state
who
physics.
were the other old teachers? Ramji Rao, classical mechanics.
Yes.
And then Pagadi man, what is his name? Ramabhadran,
Ramabhadran.
electromagnetic theory and relativity. It was nice. All the teachers were very devoted, and I really liked their teaching.
Okay.
One thing I want to say with Professor R. Srinivasan, he will just come with a chalk. He will start exactly time, suppose 10 to 11, exactly he will come, start immediately, and when he finishes the class, he finishes the topic, he finishes the chalk and goes. I was wondering how he adjusting all these things. Wonderful teacher, and
He's one of the
it
great
was a
teachers.
great teacher. Okay, that was kind. And Ramasasri is different type. He will come last class only, that is 11 to 12, okay, and we don't know when he will end. That is another interesting thing. He will come, slowly he will come, slowly he will start. But sometimes he comes without preparation. He thinks and teaches. But whatever he teaches, you remember. From his practical
the
thing.
great
He is more
teachers.
of practical nature. So I really learned how to do practical experiment from him. That I have to understand.
Okay.
And we don't know, we can't say, sir, time is up and down. It was a difficult thing. So sometimes it goes up to 1 o'clock. We miss our lunch. So again you have to come for the lab. So that is a peculiar thing. And Ramji Rao, he used to talk philosophy. Someone immediately will stop, he will talk something philosophy and again come down and do something. So that is another peculiar thing. And Ramabhadran is typical, that
Yeah,
he was there when you came.
he was there. All these people were there when
They
I,
were there.
except
He
Dr.
is a
Ram
very
Seshan.
traditional teaching, it's very principled and disciplined like that. So Ram, yeah. Then X-ray is our
Ramanamurthy.
Ramanamurthy.
Great man.
Hare Baba, he will say very nicely. He says he always tell about his village and all. See, I came from very hard work. You should work
Yeah,
hard.
he is one example.
He used
of
to
coming-
teach us X-ray as well as experimental techniques. Okay?
experimental
Techniques.
Okay.
So like that. I had a very good teacher in MSCs. Okay. Any other thing I forgot?
I think you completed MSc by 65.
65, 63 to 65.
65.
Okay. Okay. The hostel life, it was.
You were there in Godavari.
Godavari.
And, it used to
So
have
I
its
told
own mess.
no. Initially, I had a little problem about the food habits because here everything is sour. No, they give what is that, curd and all everything. So I slowly I get adjusted.
You also might have had a problem with your timing because in Berhampur and Orissa, you eat lunch around. I mean, you eat dinner around.
That is another
11 o'clock
interesting
in the-
thing.
in the evening.
Here you have to eat at 6 o'clock
7.
to 7 o'clock.
Which is
So
not
I
even
was
your
not
evening
hungry
tea
at all.
time.
So I had to wait at least 8 o'clock. By the time things will be over. So they say if you come late, you have to ask for a late dinner.
Late meals.
Okay, late meals.
Yeah.
So sometimes I have to say force, okay, put in for late meals, okay. And they will put in the plate and cover with another plate. They will write your room
Name.
number.
Oh, room number.
Room number. There's room number is more important than name. I think that. So sometimes I miss that also. When I open the top cover, nothing will be there. Somebody else might have come later and taken that food also. And sometimes maybe your rice and sambar will be there. No,
Let me ask
sabzi
you
will
one
be-
question. How much used to be the mess bill per month in those days?
In those days it was very cheap, I think.
Maybe about 20, 25, 30 rupees?
Maybe 30, 40 rupees like that.
30, 40 rupees.
But that also was too much for us at that time.
Yeah,
But
so to
we
say
used
the
to
rupee
get,
value.
food was good. Slowly I liked it because it was nice. So, and there used to be a mess committee also.
So
the student-
1965, you completed your masters.
Yes,
Then what did you do? Because you had all the summer vacation,
yes.
you went
So
home.
went home.
Mm.
Then I wanted to apply for research.
Mm.
In between I got a lot of 3-4 months gap.
Mm.
Okay. So I finished in June or July, no?
1965, it should be July.
July. Then August, September, October. The research scholar interview was in October something.
Mm.
So what will I do these 3 months?
Mm.
I thought if suppose I don't get PhD, research fellowship, what will I do?
Mm.
So let me join some local college here. I joined again Calicut College as a lecturer.
Calicut College, the place where you have been doing
Yeah,
your
they were
bachelor's.
happy to take me because I was a student there.
Okay.
So, but I told them, suppose I get fellowship, I may go.
So you have been truthful right through your career, right through your life.
Yeah,
You did not hide any information.
no.
Very nice.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So after 3 months, no, I had to leave that college. Then I got this fellowship. Okay.
How
then
much was the fellowship in 1965?
250 or something.
250 rupees,
Yes,
huge money.
And during my MSc also, I got that small fellowship. no.
Fellowship.
They used to merit cum means.
Yes.
So I was really lucky to get some small fellowship everywhere so that I could continue my education.
Very nice.
Okay, that's one good thing. Okay, so somehow I got the scholarship here, so I have to leave that. So I got a little problem with the administrators. They say you can't leave like this without giving what is prior information, what is that kind of notice that you will be leaving. So, but luckily, the chairman of that, he was a very kind man. They are known to my family, so my brother and my father's brother, they went to the chairman,
So
told
you
that
could
he has
come
got
out and
that. I could come
joined
out
in 1965 October in IIT Madras as
as
a
a
research scholar.
So
With whom did you get registered?
I registered with Professor Ramashastri.
Ramashastri.
So I was there at 65 to 67 as a research scholar.
As a research scholar.
At that time, there was a small, what is that, available for joining as a STA.
Yeah,
Okay,
some
there was
scheme
a
was
opening
there
came,
because
scheme,
the
yeah.
department is still in
Wanted
the
some
progress.
technical people,
Okay.
and Ramashastri said, why don't you join
As a senior
as a
technical
senior
assistant.
assistant and do your continue your
Hmm,
PhD.
hmm.
Okay, so that way I joined.
1967.
67 I joined.
You joined as a
Joined
senior
as a research
technical
scholar. As a
assistant.
research scholar.
No,
No,
65,
65
as
as
a
a
research
research
scholar.
scholar. 65 to 67 I was a pure
As a
research scholar.
67.
After 67 I joined the staff.
Senior technical assistant.
So my PhD work become delayed now because I have to do other work also. Okay.
What was the assignment given to you
Assignment
as
at that
a
time?
STA?
See, suddenly Professor Ramastri gave me a class to teach MSc chemistry people. Okay, some physics they had. Okay,
Okay.
that's just like we had when I studied MSc, we had a course in mathematics.
Hmm.
Professor Achyutan used to take.
Okay.
Like that, there used to be
Interdisciplinary subjects.
That's a good thing actually.
Hmm, hmm.
So I enjoyed the teaching without much
Teaching physics
experience.
to the chemistry people.
Chemistry people.
Masters.
Some of my students still, I see, they are teachers in central school.
Okay.
So she still visits me whenever she.
Great.
So that's a good thing. Okay. So like that I finished my MSc, then 2 years of research, and then started a STA. Then after
You
that
became
I got
a lecturer in 1977.
77, because at that time, unless you have PhD, you don't get a lecturer post. So I had to wait, and because I had to do this teaching and lab work, my work also got delayed. And you know, Ramastri is a taskmaster. He won't, unless you do a perfect job, he won't accept it.
Yes.
So
How
it's
many
okay.
faculty were there in those days when you joined as a staff?
Staff. I told you already my teachers,
Yeah.
they are there. And then later on, who came?
Y.S. Rao might have joined.
Professor Y.V.G.S. Murthy was there.
Y.V.G.S.
Professor
Murthy,
Gopalam was there.
Gopalam,
They
and
joined very early.
S.B.S.
Professor
Shastri.
Professor S.B.S. Shastri.
Mahasesha Sai.
Mahasesha also was there, yes.
Around
He
that
joined
time.
little later.
Yes. K.V. Reddy.
K.B. Reddy was there from very
And
beginning.
77 means it should be K.V.S. Ramarao.
K.V.S. Ramarao, yeah,
Must
joined
be
bit
very
later.
fresh.
Yeah. Then our Y.S. Shyamsundar Rao.
Y.S. Rao,
Y.S.
Shyamsundar Rao.
Rao. There. Acharyalu.
V.S.R.
Acharyalu.
Acharyalu.
They were.
How about B.
I-
Subramaniam?
B. Subramaniam also came bit late, but he was also there for a very long
So
time.
to say,
Yeah.
by 1977,
Mm.
the department is more or less formed with these people to
These
run the
people, yes.
department as well as the
Really,
research.
I should say they have sacrificed their thing for the department.
Okay.
I don't say the younger generation not doing, they are also, but in the beginning when there are no infrastructure,
Yeah,
how to
when you
do.
say no infrastructure, what was available at that time?
For example, let me tell about our group, small
Yes,
group,
yes.
semiconductor.
Yes.
So when I started with Ramasastri, we didn't have any material at all. He got some few samples from abroad when he visited what is that University of
Illinois,
Illinois.
where Professor Bardeen was working.
Pardon, that is
He has
another
been
interesting
there for
thing.
about a
Yeah,
couple of months.
And so he when he visited his lab, they were in Bell Labs. No, Bardeen was working in Bell Lab, but he is also teaching
At
in
the
the
university.
Illinois. So he met him and had
By
discussion.
that time, Bardeen already was a Nobel laureate.
Novel,
1977.
yeah, he
He's
came.
already-
No, he came.
When did he
73. He visited our
73, he visited
visit our department because Ramasastri was known to him, and they arranged a special convocation.
Mhm.
And also we had a small conference like thing.
He was awarded the honoris
honoris
doctor
doctor.
cause,
Yeah,
by
73.
IIT Madras.
That's a great thing to meet a Nobel laureate.
He's a
And,
double Nobel laureate, if I remember
yeah,
correctly.
yeah,
He got
he-
2 Nobel Prizes.
One for the semiconductor.
One for the
I think
invention of transistor, the other for the superconductor.
superconductor. Yes. So that.
So you had a chance to meet a wonderful man in semiconductor.
Yes, that's
Bardeen,
really great to see him and discuss with him.
Dr. Bardeen.
Yeah, a very nice gentleman, and we had a good time. So that is one.
By the time you finish your doctorate, 1977.
No, I finished
Okay.
only 76,
Okay.
but I was almost in
Oh.
the verge of
1973 he visited the
visited.
department.
Yeah, so that was. a
How
good
much
thing.
time did he spend in the department?
I
mean, with us in IIT.
Maybe a week or something.
About
I
a
don't know
week.
exactly. Ramasastri forced him to visit our department, meet all the faculty, and I think he gave a talk also about his experience and all, how they invented the transistor.
Yes.
It is very interesting. So here he also told, see, you not have a very high, what is that? Always we gamble for infrastructure and very good instruments to discover something. But he said, no, we did in a very humble way. You might have seen the picture, no, of the
Yes.
transistor invention, how crude it looks.
Yes.
So you could do if you if you have will, you can do something. So that's a good thing actually. That's
Very good.
not necessarily always we should have a big infrastructure to do something.
What do you find? You have superannuated in 2002. 1973 to 2002 is almost about 20, say 30 years.
Yeah, I spent nearly
30 years. In
more
the
than
30
years.
years,
yeah.
the whole science has changed. Now infrastructure is more important than the
Yeah,
ideas.
now of course without
Or both.
infrastructure you can't do
Or
anything.
both.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so what you have to do is when you are doing research, there are no much infrastructure. We have to build our own equipment, okay, small scale.
What
For example,
was available in the department at that time? An X-ray diffractometer?
X-ray was there,
Because with
and
Ramanamurthy.
Ramasastri bought some good oscilloscopes, HP oscilloscope, which was I used for my field of experiment. That
There
was
used to be
thing.
one Zekralowski crystal puller, if I remember correctly,
That
silicon.
was silicon,
You
but
didn't
it
use
didn't
it.
work actually. It
Okay.
was I don't know. They didn't send a good equipment. It was useful for research. That is a fabrication for
It's actually a pilot plant.
pilot. It is for
pilot.
industry that's uses. See, you
Yes.
can't use the industrial unit. We don't have so much material to put that.
Exactly.
So that was a waste actually. Planning, I would say, it was not good.
Okay.
They should have brought a smaller one.
But there used to be Professor Koch who has come all the way from Germany with all
Yeah.
this equipment.
Yeah.
How was your interaction with him?
So he taught us also semiconductor in the
Mhm.
class, because see in MS we had 3 specializations. One is X-ray, semiconductor physics, and microwave. So
Microwave used to be taken care of by
I took
Professor
Shobhanadri. Yeah, I
Shobhanadri.
forgot to mention. He is also
Shobhanadri.
from beginning.
I think
Shobhanadri.
he and Professor
Why-
Ramashastri R. Srinivasan joined almost at the same time.
Same time, I think.
Around the same
Yeah,
time.
same time. So he used to take also electronics lab. Our Shobhanadri
Wonderful.
is good.
What was your research topic?
My research topic is actually main thing was field effect on semiconductor.
Okay.
Mostly whatever samples were available brought by Professor Ramasastri, few silicon wafers, few germanium wafers, I used to cut and with a diamond cutter. I used to take the help of glass blowing section.
Glass
They used to cut glass. So the silicon crystals also can be cut by glass. So that also technique I learned how to cut this, putting a scale and putting that. It was a nice experience to earlier days.
Yeah.
So I used to cut this. Then I have to do simple oxidation. You might have seen some of our what is that?
Oxidation furnaces.
Furnace built by us. That is quartz tube of about 2-3 inches. We had a good glass flowing section.
In those days.
Who is that person? Who is the foreman?
Venugopal.
Venugopal. Before that,
Before that is
Kumar Swami.
Kumar Swami.
They really helped us. So I still feel such facilities are required. See, now when I visited some time back, it was almost nothing is going on there in that glass blowing
Yeah, but
section.
people are going to advance. So it's
No. See,
it's
it
a matter of
was
modernity.
catering to chemical engineering, chemistry, and physics. So now I don't know how people
Yeah,
do the
coming
glass
back to
blowing.
your PhD thesis, you have attended the convocation for receiving your degree.
Yeah,
You remember the great man who awarded the degree to you.
yeah.
Tell us a few words
MSc at that time, who came?
Not
A
MSc.
great, that Raman, C.V. Raman came for my MSc
from
degree. I
C.V.
got.
Raman.
I finished in 65, but the convocation was in 66.
Okay.
So I got my paper. Why it happened is that 65 batch, they preponed their degree. I don't know whether some war was there, no.
Okay. Yeah,
So they
there was a
wanted
war.
the engineers to come first and help the army and all. So that was the thing. So all those who finished in 65 MScs, they were the degree was awarded in 66. That was it.
And you are lucky to have Professor Dr.
C.V. Raman. And for my MSc, MS Swaminathan, PhD, the chief guest was MS Swaminathan.
Oh,
See, who is the director? What is it?
Agricultural
IIM,
scientist.
agricultural scientist.
MS Swaminathan.
He has come.
Later on, he became our chairman board of governors
Chairman,
as well.
so like that.
Mhm.
And our director was this Sen Gupta.
Sen
So I have
Gupta,
seen Sen Gupta. Then second was Ramachandran.
Arkat Ramchandran.
So
Great man.
they were there.
So you had excellent time in those days.
Yeah, very good. So when I got my MSc degree, Professor Sen Gupta was there. Then I got PhD, Pandalay was there.
So we have seen your research career.
Yeah,
How about your teaching career?
teaching. I taught some courses BTech and some to MSc. So since my voice was low, I prefer to take MSc class because the number is less and I can
You are
talk.
always calm and quiet.
So because if I take BTech, I have to have a mic and all those things.
But BTech in those days used to be about 300
That
students.
was
not
very
more
big.
than-
That our physics, what is that?
Physics
Theater.
lecture theatre.
Theater. That was too big for me. So then I prefer to have MSc and MTech some student and some PhD course also I took. At that time we used to have some course for PhD student, no?
Yeah.
Just like that. In semiconductor
Now-
part I used to take.
We have seen your teaching career. Now tell us something about your research in guiding PhDs, handling projects.
Yeah. So I guided, of course, I didn't have many students. My first student who joined, what is his name? CP Sridhar, you might have seen. He joined somewhere.
Sridhar is working with IBM for some time.
Not
Now
that
he's-
Sridhar.
Oh,
Another
this is the
Sridhar,
senior
earlier
Sridhar.
who
Yeah,
joined in the.
Senior Sridhar was working for a company who is now distributing some of the equipment, semiconductor equipment. I know.
And lasers and all
Yes.
optical instruments.
Yes.
So I was very unfortunate. After 2 years, he got a job. Then he asked me politely, "Sir, I am financially little difficult. Whether I'll go for a job or I'll continue for my PhD." I said, "PhD, we don't know when it will end. So if you are getting a job with a good salary, go." But my colleagues, they said, "Don't leave him. You are first student." I said, "No, he is requesting. He is not. He needs immediately some financial things." I left him.
So right
So
from the
he
beginning,
did
you were an
only 2
excellent
years
teacher and
research.
researcher.
So he only took some coursework. But whenever he comes to Chennai, he meets me.
Good.
He remembers I did a mistake. I didn't do my PhD. So anyway, it's all right. But he is financially okay. He is, I think, in a good post. That's the first student. Second was our Krishna Rao.
Krishna Rao, who is working as a lecturer, by this time he must have been a professor in somewhere in Andhra Pradesh.
Andhra Pradesh. He also, after PhD, he went as a postdoctoral to Belgium. I thought he will do a good job somewhere, he will settle there and go to America. But poor fellow, he was homesick, I think. He came back to his Andhra, he joined some college there, and I think he continued.
Your
Once
third
he
student
came,
is
I
again
think,
Sridhar.
he is another Sridhar. He did an MR for semiconductor. It was new for me also. I had a project, DST with another Ramchandran. No?
Ramchandran of CSD, that is,
So we had a project.
yeah,
So
a part of electrical engineering.
So we built some equipment and he did some work in that. That was the third.
He is presently working in United States for, I think, Global Foundries.
That's good. Good. And the students are well off,
Yeah,
I think,
after that
because you also help them. See, something interesting is my students and Sri students, it is we take care of each other. Whenever he is out of station, I will take care of, including their PhD viva. And you took care of, I think, somebody's my student,
Yes.
maybe Binny or somebody.
It was in 1983 we joined
So we
together.
had a very good in our semiconductor, although it's a small lab, we had a very good cooperation with our colleagues as well as our students. They were very faithful and doing whatever you say. And
Your
we-
fourth student is Paul Binney.
Paul Vinny, yeah.
Paul Binney is now with Bangalore.
He also
running
did
his own,
silicon, he did the interface, silicon dioxide interface.
He's the man of oxidation, high pressure oxidation.
Oxidation. We developed that
I
equipment
know, I
also.
remember that.
So there was some of the equipment we used to develop whatever possible. For example, we wanted to study CV characteristic at different frequencies. I didn't get a ready-made equipment for
CV
that.
meter.
CV meter, they will say only one frequency or 1 and 10 like that.
Yes.
Because that is used for just testing some capacitor. But we wanted the continuous variation.
Yes.
So we have to build our own capacitor. They did it nicely. It worked, but I don't know what happened afterwards. Nobody used it. So that was the one.
Your sixth
development.
student is Suresh.
Suresh, fifth. Fifth.
Ah.
I did some with collaboration with chemistry and material science. Yeah, what is it?
CSD.
CST.
With Dr. Vaya.
Dr. Vaya, I did something. That is another thing, another good friend. Because most of my work was electronics nature. So some of the devices I made in the CST. Dr. Vaya helped me. So we had a mutually.
You also had a good interaction with Professor Raina,
Raina also was there.
and you also had a good interaction with
who was the
Achyutan
chairman
of electrical.
Bhatt, Ken
Ken
Bhatt,
Bhatt, Ken
was
Bhatt
there.
of electrical.
Yeah. So it was good to make some simple devices. They had a clean room and all those things we didn't have. So maybe you can develop a clean room here so that people can do some device work. Okay.
Yes.
So that was then. So these 5 students, then some 2-3 collaborate with what is the material science who was in charge earlier.
Subbarao.
Subbarao was there first.
First
We
person
started
is-
collaboration. He was doing some electrochemical something. He
Electrical,
asked me whether you can help in physics part of it. I said, okay, I can help. So they used students to come and discuss with me and all. He was doing at that time high temperature superconductor.
High
Subbarao.
temperature superconductivity.
Then I used to ask him, what is the temperature today? We used to have fun. So then he left for Karaikudi as a director. Afterwards, I don't know what happened to that.
Yeah, he went to Singapore, then he came back. Now he is presently in Chennai in his own house.
Then after that, who came as in charge? His student.
uh,
Who is it still there? No, I
no,
forgot my
material,
name.
Material Science Center.
Who was in charge?
After Subbarao, I think it was the chemistry people who took over.
This
I'm
name?
not sure.
Who is still there? No, you
No,
told me his name.
that is Subramaniam, S. Subramaniam of RSIC.
No, that is different. That is RSIC. Your material, where your Telugu person. No?
The Ramchandra Rao and
Ramchandra. Before that, Ramchandra Rao.
before Ramchandra Rao, I don't remember. Because Subbarao, we had a very good interaction. After that, I don't know.
No, you are a good friend only.
Oh, I don't know.
Recollect. Now he is shifted to chemistry.
Varadaraju.
Varadaraj.
Dr. Varadaraju.
He has some students interacted with me,
Dr. Varadaraj.
some one or
Okay,
two
okay,
people.
okay.
They used to do by chemical methods.
Okay.
I didn't know any chemistry, so I had to learn from them, and I only physics part I helped them.
Yeah.
Okay, how to take some measurements, how to study.
At the around 1999, preparatory course was introduced in IIT, or maybe a little before that. Have you taken any preparatory courses?
Preparatory means.
Preparatory means these people will be appearing, coming from the special category. They,
This is SC, ST. and all.
SC,
I
and-
took some. I had a tough time
What
actually.
was your experience in that?
I had tough time because we used to take the class before they join the institute.
The actual program
And you have to
starts,
take
you
extra
used to-
classes.
Yeah, extra
Still,
classes.
they are not able to get good marks. Then we were asked to explain why not getting, how he not getting passed, and all. That is a real. I don't know how to solve that problem. So you can only pity them, but how to give them marks unless they don't try. So that is a problem also. I had a
You
difficult
have
one.
handled some of the preparatory
Prepared
courses.
course, and I handled some tutorial classes
Okay.
with our what is that? V, who is our good teacher.
Tutorials for our colleagues.
V.
V. Ramchandran?
Balakrishnan. V. Balakrishnan. I used to attend his class. He is also a very nice teacher.
Wonderful teachers.
Wonderful. And then I used to help only the tutorial classes to solve the problems and all.
And coming to the this COSTED used to be their Committee of Science and Technology in Developing Countries. It was the chairman happened to be our Professor Radhakrishnan.
Radhakrishnan, yeah.
They used to organize
I
quite a
heard-
number of
Yeah.
conferences.
Yes,
They
yes.
used to support for faculty to go for conferences.
Yes,
What was your participation in this COSTED?
I had a good interaction with him. He used to help me. He also tried to send me some places, but I didn't work. Okay, but I helped in some of the short-term courses. He used to conduct some courses.
used to conduct lot of short-term courses.
Asked me to give some lectures like that. That is okay. I also arranged some short-term courses for teachers, science teachers and engineering school college
Exactly.
teachers. I might as well 2-3 courses I did. FIP they call at that time.
FIP.
QIP.
Faculty Improvement Program.
And
FIP.
QIP. I conducted 2-3 courses like that. And there was another thing.
Overall, you have
Overall
spent
thing.
how many years in the department? 1963?
67 to
2002.
2002, how much?
35 years.
35 years I was there.
A full
So I
term.
don't have any
What
grievance. The another advantage I got is this beautiful campus.
No, first let us see. What is your impressions of your career in the department? You have spent 35 years.
I have no regret, although there are some, sometimes you feel little upset. For example, I stayed as STA for 10 years. So that little, I wanted to go to Berhampur University. I also applied. Then I didn't go afterwards, but
You
then
became
I
professor in 95 or 96?
I professor in
Around that time.
96.
Around that
96 I became professor. So because of delay I was a little unhappy, but for my family and for children, see, they get very nice atmosphere here for schools and all. So all my children study in KVIT,
So coming to the campus life,
campus life.
you must have really enjoyed the
I
campus
enjoyed the
life.
campus life.
Tell us something
No
about
regret
your
about this.
Wonderful
One is
time.
best thing I got is a good education for my children and good friends like you. And we had we are not only colleagues but we are also family friends. So like that I got Vyas family, your family, KV Reddy. They were neighbors.
Yes.
Beautiful. They were just neighbors.
No, you are nice to all of us, so therefore we
I
are all
don't-
nice to you.
Then they smoke like that. Many
Is there
good
any
friends.
anecdote, any good incident which you remember both in the department as well as in your family life staying in IIT Madras?
Some interesting incidents.
Yeah.
So when I got married, so I married in 7th of December 1970.
You remember it very well.
Yeah.
7th December 1970.
So then I was in Berhampur for some time for marriage event. I came to again back to department and first of 71. So my wife also didn't know any language in that. And at that time the allotment of quarters was difficult. So first day we stayed in, I was at that time assistant warden. So I said, we will adjust in that assistant warden room. She was a little scared, so many students, and it looks hard. Anyway, the students were nice also. So we stayed one day only. Afterwards, I shifted to Taramani guest house. At that time, they used to give Taramani guest house for month, 2 months like that. So we stayed nearly 2 months there. By the time I was looking for the quarters, so what happened is, at that time there is a lot of time is to get a quarter, even a small quarter. Okay, so somebody left for Germany, so D type. So he is left for 6 months or so. Then we got hold of our Prasad Rao told me that there is
T.A. Prasad Rao.
T.A. Prasad Rao. I forgot his name. He was a very nice gentleman.
But he joined he was working at that time and rejoined the department
he
in
joined
IT.
as a pool officer or something.
After his PhD from IIT Kanpur, he joined as a research associate or a pool officer.
Yeah. So at that time there was the quarter vacant, D type. He asked me, why don't you
That's good.
take that thing? So we stayed for a few months there. And then later I got the allotment at a very small, that E1 type, the smallest.
The smallest single room apartment. It's not single bedroom, single room
Just
apartment.
a kitchen and a hall, like a small hall and a bedroom like that. It's a single bedroom, yeah.
Yes.
Somehow we managed. In that room also there are a lot of guests that to come from Berhampur. Somehow my wife managed it.
So overall,
when we came to that Taramani guest house, so I used to come to department. She was alone in the room. She was feeling, suppose somebody comes, what will I say? She don't know language. I told you, say the Tamil theriyada. What is that called? The Tamil?
Tamil theriyadu.
Theriyadu. So you tell that he will go away. So like that we managed. So some funny instrument. Then slowly, but he learned the language so fast. My wife, she talks very fluently.
I know.
Whereas I have spent so many years, still I don't know proper Tamil.
This is one thing I share with you. I spent 32 years, I can't speak Tamil like you. I mean, you and I are
I don't know how it happens.
It happened because we started speaking in Hindi and English in the department.
Yeah. So that is the...
Yes.
So
Coming back, what are your hobbies?
Hobby in the schools,
This
I
is
have
a
to
good
play
question
cricket.
for me because I never asked you this question. I never noticed it.
Because I think they asked me to write hobby also. I felt, what have I? In schools, I have to play cricket.
Okay.
And then college also I played.
Yeah, but in IIT.
No,
Your
in
hobby is to
Berhampur.
work.
In
Your hobby is to
Berhampur.
work, I suppose, in the laboratory.
Yes. So in Kaligud College, I was in the college team. We used to go to inter-college tournament like that. But after coming to IIT, I left everything. Only research and teaching, that's all. So called. Okay.
No, but you were instrumental in making a few people trained in giving good lectures. I am one among them.
Yeah?
Yes.
I don't know.
Because you and Dr. Vaya used to ask me to give the lectures almost once a week. We used to have a good program.
Yeah.
You were going for tea very,
Yeah,
I should say religiously.
Release. Yeah,
In the
we'll
morning.
go for morning.
Yeah.
Once we used to discuss, if you get bored, go to tea.
Yeah.
Sometimes we will meet you on the way. You never took tea, I think.
I was not taking tea in those
But we used to
days.
force you come.
Yeah,
we
you
will
were
discuss
forcing me.
on the road. We will discuss something.
Yes, yes.
Because you are of the same semiconductor.
Yes.
So we used to have a nice discussion. So like
So
that.
are you still continuing that habit of tea in the morning or stopped it?
Nowadays not much. Once in a
much.
while I take tea, but
So-
only morning I think take some tea.
Yeah.
Not going out, canteen and all.
What do you want to tell the department or the institute about your 35 years of wonderful journey, both in academics as well as in your family life in the campus. What would you like to give a message to?
So means
people.
I think we are lucky to have such a great institute where the social life, academic life, both are, particularly for our children, no, is a very good place for their education. And when my elder boy was studying his higher class,
Jayant.
5 of his friends got into JEE.
Yeah, Jayant is one among
And he got a very good rank.
Yeah,
My
in the
son
top
got
rankers.
16th rank he got
Yeah, without any coach.
without any.
That is the most
That is
important
most-
part. That happened because of the environment in those
Yeah,
days.
So I don't know, that's good. And second boy also got
Jigar.
into, Prasant also got into
Prashant.
JEE, but he got metallurgy. This fellow got computer science. His rank was very low. He told me that don't expect like Jayant he used to study so hard. And
Jayant is a real giant.
so he did a good job, and he also doing well in the abroad also.
Fantastic.
So he is there.
So, how often do you visit your children in US and in Europe?
So my daughter is in Europe.
She is in
So we
Europe.
find convenient to go to Europe than America.
Yeah, hop in Europe and then hop in
So
US.
sometimes we go to Europe, then stay for 2 weeks, then go there, and like that. 4 or 5 times we have gone like that. Now we are old now.
No, you are not
We
old.
find very difficult to travel, particularly America, that from Dubai to that place takes 15, 16 hours.
Yes.
It's really hard for me, and my wife says, no, I will never go. Let them come, let the children come
Right.
and see us like that. So that is another thing. Okay.
You would like to say something more? You have.
Something
Did we
next
cover
time?
the point?
University student, okay, what like? Okay. So like, okay, activities after retirement.
After
you may like to
retirement,
know.
yeah, that's interesting.
Because this you can always find out what I'm doing.
Yeah,
After
2002
retirement,
afterwards.
first, towards the end of my thing, I retired in 2002.
When Professor
June,
V.R.K. Murthy
June.
was the head of the department,
June.
I remember.
So at that time, I got a letter from UGC, to go as an expert committee to visit some universities to
Okay.
watch what are their progress, what they want, what are the drawbacks, what are the merits,
Okay.
like that. We go in a group. I was for the physics. There was somebody from electronics, like that, different chemistry, like that. We visited Allahabad University as a team.
At that time, Professor Murali Manohar Joshi must be there. 2002.
Maybe.
Yeah, he is working in the Allahabad University as a professor in nuclear physics department.
I could see, interesting to see that Meghnad Saha was there, his equipment. They were doing as a very excited. See, at that time they used to do a lot of work. It's a good university, good work is going on.
Allahabad is in the top in the list.
Only thing they always, like any other university, they also feel that funding is not good like it is, no. So they don't able to do some work, the lack of funds. So that was an interesting experience for me to go like this.
2002
And
onwards.
then UPSC fellows they used to call. They called several times to set questions for IAS, IFS and all. And then sometimes they say they will send that paper. That I didn't like, because 500, 600 paper, and they will give you 1 week to finish and give it back. I said, Baba, I can't do now. I can set some questions and come back like that. So we used to go. There are also teamwork.
Okay.
We go there, sit there, finish in 1 week, and come back like
So
that.
you were
2, 3
active
times.
even after that. Very good.
I went for some time, and then this Berhampur University, they knew I retired. They called me to come as a visiting professor. Because I was there. Another thing, when I was here, I went as a Leon, 93 to 95 to Berhampur University.
Yeah, I know that.
They
Yes.
started the electronic science department. They called me. So whether you can help us. So I went there, because to go to your native place is an interesting thing.
Yes.
You don't bother about money and all.
Nostalgic. Okay.
You want to do something for your hometown. So
Yes.
that spirit I went, but my wife was not happy, because she used to alone, and by the time Jayant and Prasant they all left.
Left.
So she was finding difficult, but somehow I forced that you manage, I will go, I will do something and come.
Okay.
So that was a very interesting period for me, because you know the atmosphere, IIT and university, how much different is.
Yeah, I can understand.
Dr. Berhampur University, first thing I wanted to change the timing. So they used to go at 11 o'clock and come back at 3 o'clock. I said, this kind of thing you cannot teach, you cannot improve your thing. I said, you have to start like IIT, 8 o'clock and stay up to 4 o'clock at least. But they didn't agree. Why? Because most of the teachers and students, they used to stay in town.
Okay.
They used to go to the university campus.
Yeah.
And that is buses are arranged, that timing is fixed, nobody can change that driver. That fellow will come like a Maharaja, I will say. I will come only 11 o'clock and take you and bring you at 3 o'clock like that. That was a constant. I have to fight with the vice chancellor, say if you want to study electronics, you should have a more timing, and all. Finally agreed with a lot of hesitation. But some of the colleagues they didn't like, because they have to come early now. They were staying in Berhampur. So they said we arranged a special bus for that. The bus will go at 7
So
o'clock.
you try to change the
Change the
Berhampur University system.
Particularly that department. I can't do this whole university. Little bit I do. Then I changed the syllabus also. I saw the old syllabus, the old trad wall, all those things.
Now
I said
nobody
you
knows
change
what
it. You change it. So they cooperated. All the colleagues they came and we changed all the subjects.
Good.
So that was one good thing. I was happy, and bought some equipment like high vacuum unit like that to do some work, experimental work, and some instruments,
Good.
basic instrument with the limited facility. That was one contribution. Similarly, when I went to NIST, the engineering college, still they are calling me. I went as a emeritus professor, because after Berhampur University gave me as a visiting professor, because the age limit is there. Once you cross 70, you are not
Yeah, it
eligible.
is difficult to
So I said, okay, I will stop now. Then these people caught me, this NIST, National Institute of Science and Technology. It's an engineering college. It's a good engineering college in Berhampur.
in Berhampur.
Berhampur.
Because being a private college, they can,
It's a
they
private
can ask
college,
you.
and the director was from USA, so he has trained that. He knows the culture, how to deal with the students and all.
Okay.
He is very liberal. So he used to give freedom to students as well as staff.
Okay.
You do whatever useful for the students. So that way I found, I gave some lectures, but I say I can't prepare at this age and give lecture. I can do it as a consultant. To lab, or some research lab you want to, because now even MHRD are insisting that even in engineering colleges you have to develop some research also,
Yeah, it
not
is a-
only
it is a
teaching and
mandate.
all.
It's a mandate.
If you want to get some funding and all.
Yes.
So they asked me whether you can help us. I said, whatever I know I can do.
Fantastic.
Buy this thing, high vacuum unit, buy one good furnace. I took from here on, I took your help and everybody, where it's
Yes.
available.
Yes.
And the furnace, some ready-made furnace, not that finding and all. We got a good furnace with digital control and all, which can go up to 1400 the say.
So
That
right
way
now
we don't need.
you are still working with NIST?
They call me sometimes,
Only now.
because that also is limited. See, the emeritus professor, you get only up to 3 years or something.
Yes.
2 years, so they extend another year.
Yes.
After that over, I said, okay, goodbye. Whenever you need some help, I will come.
Great.
So still they are calling sometimes if they have some difficulty. Or to, when I go there, go to my native place, I just visit them. They ask some, give a seminar or something. I do them.
So finding a peaceful life in Pallikaranai in your own home.
Yeah, it's okay. That
And,
luckily that is called IIT colony. So
IIT colony,
still some
Narayanagura.
retired people are there. So I feel comfortable,
Very nice.
because our street, all the 3 Majis are there.
Yeah, there are 3 Majis. One Maji is electrical, one Maji is mathematics.
You please catch hold of other Maji, PC Maji, who was a first student of BTech. He joined 59. Okay. So he will tell you the story how they were staying in Saidapet, it's in there to come.
Yeah, yeah.
That I don't know how it was, but when I joined, everything was okay. BSB was there, our department was full fledged, so it was good. So I think I covered most
Yeah,
of
I
the
think we
things.
covered most of the things, and we should say
And then
thank-
other things, of course, these things are, what is that, I did some work for the, what is that, Pensioners Association as a treasurer, like that, as a different thing.
so you keep
Nothing
yourself active.
So sometimes they ask me to help, saying, okay. So that's all I think. And
Good.
then another thing is some social life was there. We used to, mostly Oriya people, students, when I joined, very few students were there. We used to have some picnic like that, because a beautiful campus.
Mm.
Near that Durga temple, no, we used to
Yeah,
cook,
Puliyamman
and
temple.
the families, they will come, get together, they will cook and eat and go like that. It was another interesting thing. So at that time, the students were also faithful.
Yeah, very nice, Maji.
Okay.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you
for
very
the
much
nice
for
time.
your patience.
Yeah, thank you
So,
very much.
Okay. And also I thank your heritage for giving me this opportunity to talk to them. Okay.